Deep in the heart of the Amazon, there exists a forest where trees walk. Not metaphorically, but literally move across the jungle floor, inch by inch. Scientists once laughed at the idea, until they saw it. Local tribes call them the walking spirits. They say these trees travel toward light, abandoning darkness behind. Some move up to 20 meters a year. In 2018, a biologist named Gerald Tobar decided to follow one of these trees for a year. What he discovered left him silent. Time-lapse footage showed something incredible. The tree's roots dying on one side and sprouting on the other. It wasn't magic. It was evolution at its slowest, most poetic pace. But then, something strange happened. The tree started moving toward a swamp, a place where no sunlight reached. Why would it walk into darkness? This is the untold story of the walking trees and what they teach us about survival, light, and life itself. For centuries, Amazon tribes observed these palm trees, called Socratea exorrhiza. They believed each step the tree took carried the spirit of its ancestors. Modern scientists dismissed it as legend until they mapped root patterns and found actual movement. It was slow, but undeniable. The walking happens because the tree grows new roots in one direction and lets old ones rot, shifting its body toward light. It's nature's quiet migration, no rush, no sound, just pure intention. Gerald's curiosity turned to obsession. He fenced off one walking tree to study it closely, to control its direction. But weeks later, the tree began to rot from the inside. Its direction had been stopped, and so had its life. Gerald realized something profound. These trees weren't just moving to survive. They were moving to live. Without movement, there was no growth. Without growth, death. Isn't that true for us too? Gerald began documenting the walking forest not as a scientist, but as a student of nature. He wrote, "These trees are not lost, they're learning. Each step they take is a decision. Leave decay behind, chase the light ahead. Isn't that what life is? Moving on, even if it's just an inch at a time." When Gerald returned a year later, he saw something that took his breath away. The forest had rearranged itself. Each tree now faced the same direction. Together they had moved not as individuals, but as one living community. The forest had chosen unity over competition, cooperation over survival. The walking trees remind us that progress doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be forward. Even when you move slowly, you're still growing, still learning, still reaching for the light. Maybe, just like the walking trees, our roots aren't meant to hold us. They're meant to teach us where to grow next. If this story moved you, share it with someone who's learning to move forward too. Subscribe for more stories that remind us kindness never stops. It just finds new wings.